What's happening, world? It's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 56 is the new 26. And as you can see, it's a bad weather day. But guess what? I put on the plastics. I got the water resistance backpack. I put on the VA hat. And I'm out the door. Because things still gotta happen. It's a long street to walk down. But I go to the end, and this is just the beginning. Yo, when I'm out here walking, I like to reflect on some of the things that I read and seen, some of the questions I was asked while I was on YouTube. People leave comments, and sometimes the comments be questions. And I know one of the questions I got recently was if I were to start over when I was out of shape. That's like 11 years ago. If I would start over, would I do the exact same thing to get here that I did this time? And the answer would probably be no. Because first of all, when I wasn't in shape and I asked the question or posed the question to my friends about getting in shape, a lot of people was like, I don't see what the big deal is. Your stomach really ain't that big. I don't really hear you breathing. You're not like heavy, That's the kind of stuff that I heard. So they kind of was trying to discourage me from training. But then when I think about it, most of the people that was trying to discourage me from training wasn't in shape either. So as they say, misery loves company. So the first thing I would do is make the attempt to get in shape without telling everybody my business. I just go do it, and they would see the outcome of it. That's what I should have did. Now, the second thing was, I didn't start the diet until about 2 months after I started the training. Should have been the other way around, but I didn't know. I thought you could just jump on the floor and do 200 push-ups and 200 sit-ups, and you was gonna be in shape. I didn't know that food was 90% of the battle. So yeah, I would definitely change that part. When you read the USDA regulations on how many calories you're supposed to take in, the average American male, talk about males, should take in between 2,000 and 3,000 calories a day. That's to maintain the average fitness body. They ain't gonna say you was gonna be in super shape, like you're gonna have a six-pack or nothing like that, but you should be taking in about 2,000 to 3,000 calories. Well, I think I was probably taking in, when I looked at what I was eating, between 5,000 and 6,000. And owning a gym, and people come in and they tell you they want to lose weight, the first thing I would always tell them was, write down everything you had to eat for the last couple of days, and then I'm gonna look at what you're eating. And most of them was between 5,000 and 6,000. Some of them 7,000 to 8,000. So you gotta figure, you talking about people that's eating 7,000 to 8,000 calories per day, and they wonder why they're not in shape. And then when you look at what they're eating, oh man, these cats is eating pizza for breakfast, 12-inch subs for lunch, pasta for dinner, ice cream and cookies and cupcakes and cakes for snack, drinking a 40-ounce of beer and a glass of wine and 3 coolers and a soda. You like, you can eat all that? That's how it was though. So with that being said, yeah, we got to start with that diet. If we cut that diet back, and you can't make a drastic change from 6,000 calories down to 2,000 calories overnight. That change has to happen by you just taking 500. So add up everything you eating and reduce your calorie intake by 500. And everything else will go down too. And then work with that. And then start off with a plan that makes sense. Because most people start off with a plan that be like, I'm gonna bench press what I used to bench press in high school. And then when they don't reach the max, that they reached when they was in high school, they start thinking that I'm too far behind to start over. They start doubting themselves, doubting their progress. But you're not 18 no more. Nobody says you have to be in the shape you was when you was 18 or 21 when you was in college or 25 when you was fresh out of college and you and your boys was going to the gym every single day. You are older now. And in most cases, if you're a younger person, you are trying to get back in shape now. Stop comparing what you had then to what you have now. Stop comparing apples to oranges. They both help the body. So let's start off with something reasonable. That's why I teach people about my 50 package. That's 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 squats, 50 forward and backwards arm rotations, 50 jumping jacks, and then walk 15 minutes away from the house and walk 15 minutes back to the house. That's a complete workout, yo. Reduce your calorie intake by 500. And if you can, if you know beyond a reasonable doubt that you eating way too much food, then cut your calorie intake back to like 3,000. And then let's work. Just get you the foods that you need to eat. Some people say, well, what do I eat, coach? I really don't know what I'm supposed to eat. Well, what's the first thing they tell you in elementary school? Vegetables. I'm not suggesting by no means that y'all do what I do. I'm extreme. I don't even want to do what I do, but I do it because I like the outcome. But I'm not suggesting that you become vegan or vegetarian or any other tarian. You know what I'm saying? All I'm suggesting is that if you eat meat, eat it in the right amounts. You know, don't go out here and just buy stuff. Get the right amount. Don't go buy a rotisserie chicken and try to eat the whole chicken a day. Go get you 2 chicken breasts. Start off with some eggs in the morning. You know, some turkey bacon or some regular bacon. Stay away from the bread and just put the food on the plate and just eat it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start off reasonable if you wanna maintain it. Otherwise, you're gonna play yourself out. And then you're gonna start doubting yourself and then you're just gonna play yourself out. You're not gonna wanna do it no more. So you gotta start off with something that's attainable. So that's what I would do, because I made a lot of mistakes when I first started training. I tried to take on too much and I was burning myself out. But you gotta know better than that. You gotta know better than to burn yourself out. You don't really have to do that. All you gotta do is get on some type of plan, even if it's a shoestring plan. Get on some type of plan and then retie the string every so often when the string get too loose. You feel me? But it ain't all in one day. What y'all see me doing didn't happen in one day. Now I'm so disciplined that when it's raining, I still gotta walk. When it's snowing, I still gotta walk. I ran a couple of times last year when it was 9 to 12 degrees outside. I just get the right accoutrements. They say there's no such thing as a bad run. It's just bad equipment. So what I did, I went out and bought the heated gloves. I got the super thick knit hats. I put on the hoodies, the long johns. Oh man, when it's raining, I got the water repellent track sneakers. I got the sneakers that don't have the mesh on them. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you something. These right here. These right here. These are Saucony Endorphin 3s. These some good shoes. But I'm used to buying $69 track sneakers, and how long I expect them to last. I mean, I'm doing 6 miles a day in these Saucony Endorphins. And they were $149. You know, I don't like spending a lot of money on stuff, but sometimes you got to spend the money on the stuff that you wanted to work. I wanted it to work. I wanted it to last. So I spent the money on it. But look, that's what I would do different though, for real. I wouldn't listen to people, because that's always the first thing that's gonna go wrong. You listen to other people. Don't listen to nobody else. Get up and start making it happen for yourself. You know, put your plan together. You can go in the kitchen right now and you can turn around everything that you eat, turn it around to the back and look at the nutritional content and write down on a piece of paper calories, carbs, protein, sugar, fat, and sodium. And then from there, write down the numbers. And I suggest that before you go on a major diet and change your life around, let's see how you eating. If you eating more than 3,000 calories, if you eating more than 200 carbs, if you eating less than 100 protein, if your fat numbers is way up in the 100s, if your sugar numbers is way up in the 100s, and if your sodium is over 2,500, that will explain why you have high blood pressure. You gotta bring the numbers down. So what I suggest on this here internet, on this here Monday afternoon, in the rain, what I suggest is a maximum 3,000 calories, about 100 to 150 carbs, but you gotta work out. I suggest about 100 to 125 protein. As far as the the fat, I suggest you keep it around 65 or less. The sugar, I keep it around 40 or less. And then the sodium, no matter what, keep that sodium close as you can to under 2,500. If you work with them numbers in a 24-hour period and you bring them calories down to at least 3,000, and if you can't bring them to 3,000 and you're at 10,000 right now, bring them close as you can. You're gonna see about a pound a week, sometimes 2 pounds a week coming off. And you're gonna feel good, and you're gonna look good, and you're gonna feel better. You feel what I'm saying? Then get out here and walk, because this is how you burn calories, and this is how you burn carbs. It is 4 calories to 1 carb. So if you were to come out here and burn 100 calories, you will burn 25 carbs. And if you ate 25 carbs too many, that's why you want to come out here and burn them carbs. And if you ate 100 carbs and you want to knock that number down, then come out here and walk that number off. It all starts with you. It starts with you and it ends with you. Nobody made you eat that food, and so nobody's gonna make you take it off. You gotta do it all by yourself. But you got me. You see me. Let me be the example. Look at me and say, if this dude did it, I'm gonna do it. Cause he ain't nothing special. I don't have no S on my chest. My S is my wife. That's the S. That's what I live for every day, to make sure that my life and everything about my life makes sense. Man, I don't know if y'all know this, man, but me and my wife been married for 33 years. She's the reason for the season. She's everything in a nutshell. That's why you get up in the morning. You gotta have a reason. Everybody gotta have a reason to get up in the morning. If you don't got a girlfriend or a wife, and you got a dog, or you got a mama or a daddy, a sister or a brother, or you just wanna be the best that you can be so that you can be an example for those that see you, that's what it takes. Use it. Man, when my son was in Navy boot camp, he used to tell me these stories. And them stories be like, he was going through it. Having to swim a certain amount, have to stay underwater, having to float, all the stuff that he didn't know how to do, but he learned how to do it. But the thing was, he used to tell me these stories. And these stories was like, he was getting his butt kicked. So what I did, I put that Navy knit hat on that he gave me, and he was getting his butt kicked, then I'm coming out here and I'm getting my butt kicked. We both getting butt kickings. Like my mom and my daddy used to say, if your brother getting his butt kicked, you get your butt kicked. But don't you come home and leave your brother out there. The two of y'all together can handle y'all business. But one of y'all is not as strong as both of y'all. So that's how that goes. So all I'm telling y'all is, make it happen. Get you a friend, get you somebody to want to walk with you, or do it by yourself. Either way, the job got to get done. Now, as I always tell y'all, your boy is out here on the block, and I'm getting tired. I've been out here for a minute, but I still got 1.5 miles to go. Guess what? Ain't but one way to get home. The same feet that got me here. So, first of all, I'd like to thank y'all for taking time out to log into my page and to hit the like button and to leave comments, and I try to respond to each and every one of them. I try to respond by way of a video. So if you don't always get a click back, keep checking. You're gonna get a hit back. It's going to be a video, and we're going to be talking about whatever you ask me, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help y'all get wherever y'all got to go as fast as you can get there and as healthy as we can make it happen. So once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 56 is the new 26. And y'all be safe out there and get outside and make it happen. Once again, I'm on my way out of here, so I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Holla.